Hello guys, the playoff stage of Snow Sweet Snow 2 is about to start, and that's why HLTV already released the fantasy game for it as well. So I guess I will be making my team for that event now. Um, in comparison to the qualifier stages, this is now like the final stage, the playoff stage. There's like I think 16 teams here. Some of them are from qualifiers who we've played with earlier as well. And then some of the top teams here are invited. I think, the first four teams are invited. So NIP, Gambit, Cloud9, Sprout. Let's first go look at the event page for this, so we know the. Okay, nice. So we see the entire like tree here. So here, I guess the best way to play it is try and pick teams from different sides. So there's a chance that the two teams from which you pick two players each are gonna meet in the finals. The four teams are here. So if you look at the ranking, obviously Gambit is the biggest. We should expect Gambit to do well because they just won the ESL Katowice event. So I think I will probably be picking them. They really looked very solid. Like, I sometimes feel a bit hesitant to have high expectations for a team that just did very well, but they actually seemed very solid. I think they showed real character and really good strats, and they actually hit their shots very well. I don't see why they would not be able to do that in this event as well. So I think that's the team I will pick from this side. Another reason to do this is because I don't feel like this side of the bracket is that competitive. I feel Nemiga, Copenhagen, like Nemiga is fine, Copenhagen's been looking fine. Ago and Sinners, yeah, there's like Oscar here and there's Snatchy here. NIP, I'm not that sure about. Doesn't NIP have like some new players? ZTR, yeah. I haven't seen him play too much. So either way, I feel like Gambit should be the pick from this side of the bracket. Then we've got this side, we've got Havu, Anunimo, Winstrike, MIBR, Cloud9, Sprout. So as a Finn, I feel obviously kind of highly. I really want Havu to do well, and I think they have a great chance at that. I think it's great that they play as Anonymous. I think they should be able to beat them. Sprout should be completely doable for Havu as well. Bigger problems, I think, are going to be like Winstrike, Cloud9, honestly. Winstrike's been very good, and Cloud9's been very. Like, they just have very good players, although they have done a lot of switching around. SZX come into the All-Pro now, and there's been a lot of like changes in that roster. It's very unpredictable, and that's why I feel like I'm probably not going to pick them for this kind of event. So, go into this. I think two Gambit players should be picked here. I think Inter's, because he's that cheap and that he has an insane support round percentage. Like, that's certainly possibly good. I might have to switch around. Obviously, Shiro is someone you would love to have. But we're gonna have to see if we can afford him. Nafani, Exile, Hobbit, all of these are also decent picks. You can make a case for any of these players, I think, on Gambit. They all show that they have the capability to be very powerful in their teams. Shiro, like, one of the things about Shiro is maybe you could pick him up for the clutch rounds, put a clutch round roll on him, and then pick another player and put the AWP percentage on him if we get another AWPer in. I'll have to check who I could afford. I think I have to first choose which team I want to do well from the second part of the bracket. I think it's between Winstrike and Havu, honestly. Kind of leaning towards Havu. But then again, I feel like Havu could struggle against these higher tier teams. Like, they did very well against. They obviously went 3-0 the groups. So did Winstrikes. I've played more maps, meaning that Windstrike had a cleaner. I think I'm gonna pick Windstrike for this actually, for this side of the bracket. I'll make my more for fun account have Havu in. I kind of feels bad to pick against Havu, kind of, but I think Windstrike is gonna do quite well. I don't think they're gonna struggle against MIBR. Well, it's gonna be tight, but like MIBR is not bad. But Windstrike should make it through in my eyes. Maybe I should pick Havu because Anonymo is a lot worse in my eyes than MIBR though. Also, Sprout is worse than Cloud9. So it's a pretty high chance of getting here. I think I will pick Havu instead, actually. And Windstrike will be on my secondary account. So who do we pick from Havu then? So X7's been sick. I love him. I'd love to have him. Ariel's been great as well. Slowy has been decent. He has a high headshot percentage. We could put like the headshot booster on him. I don't think we pick Zora. He's been kind of very questionable. Like it flips around a lot. Yemi is kind of just decent, but I wouldn't pick him for this price when we can get Ariel. I think Ariel has higher potential or high rating. I think Ariel is just so good because he's kind of cheap. Like that 7 grand could make a big difference. How much do they have? 418. So if you pick Shiro, who do we get? Only like we get Agos, Furlan, get Yabi, Danoko. What happens if we pick like Hobbit instead of Shiro? Hobbit's also very good. Which role? Which role do you put on Hobbit if you get him? He's just very decent all around, but I don't know which booster you would put on him. Maybe just team win and support on inters. That's like possible. Feel weird to put the team win booster on a player who is like that expensive, but it's not like unheard of. And who should be the like last player? I think it should be from Windstrike if we can afford someone from there. No, wow, they're super expensive, all of them. Cheapest is Forrester actually with 195. And Forrester like their entry guy? Not really. Wow, I thought that was he would entry more. You'd get like Fiku from Ago. So Ago plays Sinners first, and then NIP. That could be possible. Just I don't know which booster I would throw on him. I mean role I would throw on him. If we pick this, that would actually use our money perfectly. Don't know which role I would put on. Let's see, which roles do we have here? So this would obviously go. Oh, we don't have an AWPer. This would obviously go. Oh, we don't. Yeah, you leave. You can go back. Yeah, we need to have an AWPer on the team. I really want to have an AWPer. I think it's gonna be Shiro and Inters here, and then X7 Ariel. X7's just been so insane. It would feel bad to not pick him. Look at that T rating. Holy shit. Then again, I don't know if X7's actually gonna do that well against like higher tier opposition. It'd be better to pick like Slowy up. Then you can get 190 grand. You could get like a floppy. What about like a Nok? Or Plopsky? I don't have high expectations for an NIP actually. I know they're good, but I just don't know why. But I don't feel that great. I also don't feel great about them. This is very hard to predict what's gonna happen. Really, I'm not sure. I think this Ariel Slowy. I already picked Ariel Slowy. Maybe I should pick X7 still. I think he's very good. And then just filler. Like this, the problem with this is 182 grand. I can't get anyone that great. Like Danoko is not that great. Berlon neither. I wish there was someone deep on one of the like. What about this? We could put Nok as Oper. We pick up another Oper from one of these. Like Alex is not gonna op. Yeah, there's no more Opers here, I guess. Nikodos is their Oper, yeah. Nok is fine. Nok is not bad, right? Who does NIP play? NIP plays Sinner's Ago winner. And then Gambit. Like that feels so bad. I don't know if NIP is even gonna beat the winner of Sinner's Ago though. I don't have high expectations for them. I think I can't go for NIP players here. I think the way to go is to get like an MIBR player maybe. Or a Winstrike. They play Winstrike first and they just get dropped. I think Ago or Sinners players could be the best pick. If I go for Sinners player, but then I don't have... Okay, so if I do this, Hero gets back. We get Ago players. We can get Furlan. Furlan is not the best, not the worst either. None of the Sinners players can be bought right now. How much are we missing? Like 3k for someone? Or like B-Stick. B-Stick is pretty good, right? B-Stick could be a decent shout. Very tough if you want to get Shiro in. How good is Shiro? Shiro is pretty good. Shiro is pretty damn good. I think he's gonna destroy this kind of opposition as well. Like, he's gonna destroy these teams. So I wanna have him. Inters is also good for the support role. Ariel's gonna get, I guess, CT rating. He's being very good at that. 7 for team win. 0 for... Yeah, I mean, it's between like team win here. If you have team win with on Ariel and... I guess what would be good in here? Maybe you do go Ariel CT rating and next. Ariel's usually very sick on CT rounds. I could go for this. How much? Like I'm just leaving some like 6k here. Bank. Can I buy something? Can I buy someone instead of Ariel? If I don't know Ariel, like I could buy Gimme, but I don't think Gimme is better than Ariel on average. 6 grand. I do like Accent. I do like this team. It's not bad. Verlan is the only question mark. I don't know if I think he's gonna do fine. What about Yabi? Always Flame. Nah, they play Gambit in the second round. I don't think it's good enough. Very questionable in his feel. Oh, he has a very high headshot percentage though. Go headshot roll on him. I think that might be it. Just hope Copenhagen beats Namiga. Go for the headshot on him. Or I think this is the way to go for me. I feel like if you want to do Havu and Gambit split, Yabi is probably the best, like fifth player you can have. They do this, and then I guess either here and under here. Shiro's like I could put Shiro with Clutch King, Stat Hunter. I think he's entries a lot, right? Doesn't entry that much for an Oper. Multi-fragger. Have all of those on him. Neither of these entries, right? X7 at times. I think it's mostly Oh, I closed it accidentally. I think it still lets me Wait, I thought I bought it. You have already, yeah, we're here. I think this is the best way to play it. If you believe Havu and Gambit do well. I think that's it. I guess I could throw the boosters on for the first games as well. Yabbies probably get like some bad ones. Aimbot. He has a super high headshot percentage. None of my other players do, so he's probably gonna have to have aimbot against Nemiga rather than against Gambit. It was against Gambit, right? The next one. No, it's actually against. No, it is against Gambit. Yeah, he's only gonna get to play a couple games, I think. You should just go for the pretty good ones. I think aerial with assist is usually very powerful, but I think I could maybe do that against like a different team. Clutch for Shiro should be easy clap. I mean, he's not gonna actually play next round, so I don't have to only worry about Havu players. Aerial could have the best pistol round in one of these, and pretty good KAST. If we win, yeah, I think you should put the KAST actually here. I don't think Aerial has a very high KAST, yeah. Better on X7. I think this has a pretty good chance of activating because they're playing against Anonymo, and if they just roll over Anonymo, they're just gonna... You get that very high, but you can easily get a high KAST if you just win. Yeah, I think that's basically it. I'll also make a secondary team off stream and or off video, and I will link that in the description if you want to take a look at that. And yeah, have good luck in your own picks for the Fantasy League, and I will see you next time.